Top 3 vegetables you must eat to cleanse your kidneys naturally. Right now, somewhere inside your body, 2 fist-sized organs are filtering roughly 150 quarts of blood every single day, and most people never think about them until something goes wrong. Your kidneys work in silence. No alarms, no warning signs, just quiet, constant filtration, 24 hours a day, for your entire life. But here is what almost nobody tells you. The produce aisle at your local grocery store is quietly divided into 2 very different categories: foods that ease the pressure on your kidneys and foods that slowly pile it on. Most people walk past both without knowing the difference. A vegetable that looks perfectly healthy on the surface can actually be loaded with potassium, a mineral that healthy kidneys handle easily, but struggling kidneys cannot clear fast enough. Meanwhile, a handful of ordinary, unglamorous vegetables sitting quietly in the same aisle may be doing more for your long-term kidney health than any supplement or juice cleanse ever could. Today, we are revealing the top 3 vegetables that renal experts and dietitians consistently point to as genuine kidney allies, low in the minerals that cause trouble, high in the compounds that offer real protection. Vegetable number 1 on this list might already be sitting in your refrigerator, completely underestimated. Before we reveal vegetable number 3, let's make a deal. This information took real research to put together. The kind of information a lot of people search for and never actually find in one place. So if you want it, here is the trade. Smash that like button, it takes 1 second and tells us this content matters. Hit subscribe and tap the bell so the next kidney protection video lands right in front of you. And if there is someone in your life quietly worried about their kidney numbers, a parent, a partner, a friend who just got concerning lab results, share this video with them right now. It might be exactly what they needed to see today. Now, let's get into it. Vegetable #3, cauliflower. Vegetable number 3 is cauliflower, a vegetable so common it rarely gets the credit it deserves, yet renal dietitians consistently rank it among the safest, most versatile vegetables for anyone watching their kidney health. A half-cup serving of cooked cauliflower contains a relatively low, manageable amount of potassium. Generally falling well within the low potassium range, dietitians recommend for people managing chronic kidney disease, especially compared to heavier vegetables like potatoes, spinach, or tomatoes. This matters enormously because when kidney function declines, the body loses its ability to clear excess potassium efficiently, and that buildup can affect heart rhythm and muscle function, making low potassium staples like cauliflower genuinely valuable, not just a trendy swap. The protective mechanism behind cauliflower centers on its glucosinolates, sulfur-containing plant compounds found across cruciferous vegetables that are being studied for their ability to support the body's natural detoxification enzymes in the liver. Indirectly easing the overall toxin load the kidneys eventually have to help process. Cauliflower is also rich in vitamin C, an antioxidant vitamin that helps neutralize oxidative stress, the kind of cellular damage that, over years, contributes to the slow decline of kidney filtering units, called nephrons. Its fiber content supports healthy digestion and steady blood sugar, and since uncontrolled blood sugar is one of the 2 leading causes of kidney disease worldwide, alongside high blood pressure, anything that helps regulate glucose is doing real, measurable protective work. As for how to eat it, steaming or roasting cauliflower preserves the most nutrients while keeping sodium at 0, and it can be riced, mashed, or blended into soups as a lower mineral stand-in for potatoes or rice. The most common mistake people make is drenching cauliflower in cheese sauces, ranch dressing, or heavily salted seasoning packets, which quietly reintroduce the sodium and phosphorus additives the vegetable itself was helping you avoid. Stick to olive oil, garlic, turmeric, or fresh herbs instead. A reasonable portion guideline for most kidney-conscious eaters is about half a cup cooked per serving, though anyone managing advanced CKD should always confirm personal potassium limits with a renal dietitian, since needs shift significantly by disease stage and lab results. For an elevated take, try whole roasted cauliflower with a saffron and garlic oil glaze, a striking centerpiece dish, or a silky cauliflower and leek soup finished with fresh chives, both of which turn this humble vegetable into something worth serving guests. Renal nutrition resources, including guidance echoed by the CDC's chronic kidney disease dietary recommendations and multiple registered dietitian-authored renal food guides, consistently list cauliflower among the top vegetable choices for kidney-conscious eating. Cauliflower proved that the simplest vegetables can carry the most protective power. But vegetable number 2 brings something even more surprising to the table. Vegetable #2. Cabbage vegetable number 2 is cabbage. And if there is one vegetable renal dietitians mention almost universally, it is this one. Cabbage is exceptionally low in both potassium and phosphorus. A half-cup serving generally contains a fraction of the potassium found in heavier vegetables like potatoes or avocado, which makes it one of the few vegetables people managing chronic kidney disease can eat generously, in large volume, without the constant math and worry that comes with higher mineral produce. The mechanism behind cabbage's kidney-supportive reputation lies in its unique combination of fiber and plant compounds. Like cauliflower, cabbage is a cruciferous vegetable rich in glucosinolates, but it also brings a substantial dose of vitamin K and vitamin C, nutrients tied to healthy blood vessel function and reduced inflammation throughout the circulatory system, including the delicate blood vessels running through the kidneys themselves. Chronic low-grade inflammation is now understood to be one of the quiet accelerators of kidney function decline, and cabbage's antioxidant load works directly against that process. Cabbage is also remarkably low in calories yet high in volume and fiber, which means it fills the plate, supports digestion, and helps regulate blood sugar and cholesterol, both of which reduce the indirect burden placed on the kidneys over time. There is something else worth knowing. Cabbage is one of the most budget-friendly, accessible vegetables in any American grocery store, which means kidney protection through food does not require expensive specialty items. It can start with a $2 head of cabbage. As for how to eat it, sautéing cabbage lightly in olive oil with garlic preserves texture and flavor while keeping sodium low, and it can be shredded raw into slaws, braised as a warm side, or even used as a low-carb wrap in place of bread or tortillas. The most frequent mistake people make with cabbage is pairing it with salt-cured meats, bacon fat, or canned soup bases, a combination common in traditional cooking that quietly floods the dish with sodium and undermines everything the vegetable itself offers. Choose fresh aromatics, vinegar, and citrus instead. A sensible portion guideline is roughly 1 cup raw or a half cup cooked per serving, and because cabbage is so low in minerals, many renal dietitians consider it one of the more flexible vegetables on a kidney-conscious plate, though personal limits should still be confirmed with a healthcare provider based on individual lab work. For something more refined, try braised red cabbage with apple, cinnamon, and a splash of balsamic, an elegant side dish, or a charred cabbage steak with garlic oil and toasted seeds, a restaurant-style presentation that makes this everyday vegetable feel like a main event. Kidney nutrition materials from the National Kidney Foundation and renal dietitian resources published by DaVita both consistently highlight cabbage as one of the safest, most versatile vegetables for long-term kidney-conscious eating. Cauliflower brought quiet detox support. Cabbage brought volume and anti-inflammatory power. But vegetable number 1 might be the single most recommended vegetable in renal nutrition circles. And once you hear why, you will want it on your plate tonight. Vegetable #1. Red bell pepper vegetable number 1 is the red bell pepper, and among renal dietitians, it is often described as one of the single best vegetables available for kidney-conscious eating, combining an unusually low mineral profile with one of the richest antioxidant loads of any common vegetable. A half-cup serving of red bell pepper contains a strikingly small amount of both sodium and potassium. Some renal nutrition sources place it as low as roughly 90 milligrams of potassium per half cup, making it one of the safest high-flavor vegetables for people managing potassium restrictions of any severity. The protective mechanism here is exceptional. Red bell peppers are one of the richest natural sources of vitamin C among all vegetables, delivering more per serving than many citrus fruits, and vitamin C functions as a powerful antioxidant that helps neutralize the oxidative stress responsible for slow, cumulative damage to kidney tissue over time. Red bell peppers also contain lycopene, a carotenoid antioxidant studied for its potential role in reducing cellular damage and supporting long-term organ health, along with vitamin B6 and folic acid, nutrients involved in healthy red blood cell production, which matters because impaired kidney function is closely linked to anemia in later disease stages. Their fiber content further supports steady digestion and blood sugar control, reinforcing the same blood sugar and blood pressure protective pathway shared by the other vegetables on this list, since those two factors remain the leading drivers of long-term kidney damage. As for how to eat them, red bell peppers can be enjoyed raw for maximum vitamin retention, sliced into salads, or eaten with a low-sodium dip, or roasted to bring out a natural sweetness that works beautifully as a side dish, or blended into a smooth, kidney-friendly sauce. The most common mistake is reaching for jarred roasted peppers packed in salty brine or store-bought pepper-based salsas loaded with added sodium, both of which erase the vegetable's natural low-sodium advantage. Choose fresh peppers and roast them yourself whenever possible. A reasonable portion guideline is about half a cup, roughly 1 small to medium pepper, per serving, though individuals with advanced kidney disease should still confirm personal targets with a renal dietitian, since overall dietary potassium budgets vary by lab results and treatment status. For a luxury preparation, try roasted red pepper and garlic soup, finished with a swirl of olive oil, a restaurant-quality starter, or stuffed red bell peppers filled with cauliflower rice, herbs, and lean seasoned protein. A complete, elevated meal built entirely around kidney-conscious ingredients. Nutrition data referenced by DaVita's Renal Diet Resources, alongside broader research on dietary antioxidants and chronic kidney disease progression, consistently places red bell peppers among the very top vegetable choices for anyone building a genuinely kidney-protective plate. 3 vegetables, cauliflower, cabbage, and red bell pepper, sitting in ordinary grocery carts across the country every single day, quietly capable of doing more for your kidneys than most people ever realize. No powders, no expensive cleanses, no miracle promises, just real food, chosen with intention. So here is the question worth sitting with tonight. How many of these 3 are actually in your kitchen right now? If this video gave you something worth knowing, do not scroll away and forget it by tomorrow. Hit like so more people can find this. Hit subscribe so you catch the next kidney protection video the moment it drops. And share this with someone who needs to hear it. Your kidneys have been quietly protecting you your entire life. Tonight, it is your turn to protect them.